Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are going to be taking a look at Regiments Winds of Change, a new DLC that just came out a few days ago for the game Regiments, which, if, maybe this isn't fair to Regiments, but it's basically a new take on the sort of Wargame series by Eugen Systems. Regiments is made by Bird's Eye Games, published by MicroProse. It is, a hypothetical World War III in Europe in the 1980s, a wide range of countries, units, all those kind of things as you would expect from a game like this. It is a real-time tactical game, and it has an operation mode where you can play through a string of sort of chapter-based missions, or it has a skirmish mode. It also just introduced Warpaths with Winds of Change, which I believe is intended to be a quasi-dynamic campaign or dynamic linkage of battles. So you can choose how many stages are in a given, campaign. You can choose the coalition you want to fight with. You can choose the country. Canada, the Netherlands, and France? Maybe not France, but Canada and the Netherlands are new with this particular DLC. So we're going to play as the Canadians, and we can choose the unit that we're going to play in here for this. We're going to play with the 4th Canadian Mechanized Brigade Group has, let's see here, you can see the units on the right. It has Leopard companies, it has M113 infantry companies, TUAs, which I believe my mod, Newhouser, actually said he helped with the art on that because he had some images of a TUA. And then M109, I think those are howitzers based on the dot, ADATs. Okay, what does the other group have? This one is this mobile? Is this like air? It looks like that's some helicopters. Airborne, armor. The 5th group may be interesting. What's Task Force Setter? Helicopters, tanks, helicopters, lots of helicopters. Let's go with 5th group. We'll get some airborne, I think. I don't know what a CH-136 is, but I think that's a helicopter. We don't have any heavier artillery. We don't have 109s, which would have been nice, but we do have mortars. So let's go with this. The CF-18 rockets, so maybe some air support from F-18s. So we'll go with this. I don't really know. There's advanced rules. You can add more phase time. You can have random events. Bad luck. High lethality increases weapons damage. Some sliders down here. And then you choose the opponent, right? Like you can choose Warsaw Pact. I don't all Warsaw Pact forces or like individual like sub-theater choices. We're just going to go with Warsaw Pact generally. Medium. Let's do that. We'll do medium difficulty because, frankly, I don't know. I don't know anything about this battle mode here. Keep as many assigned objectives as possible. Keep your regiment combat effective and brace for a long fight. So we're gonna do 9 stages, which is longer, but basically, like our unit's gonna take casualties over time, and they'll lose forces over time, and so that's gonna be something we need to be careful with. Looks like we might actually get some M1s in this group here. Task Force, if I'm reading that right. But let's go ahead and jump in and see what this looks like here. So, next stage in 2 phases. 9 stages left. Operational authority can be converted to other types of points, new task forces, and existing upgrades. So do I have to, like, choose who I'm going to deploy here? So we'll go with the mechanized force, I think. Is that what did I do here? Mechanized. Armored. And artillery, maybe? Oh, you're using these points. So we're using the operational authority for each one of these guys we're calling in. Okay. Let's do... I don't know that I have a lot of anti-air, so... Well, I don't have enough points for them. So we can do another mechanized force. Or we can do an armored task force. We'll go heavy on tanks. Tanks are fun. Meanwhile, I don't have the points here to do deployment points. Increase the maximum number of platoons. I'm assuming this gets leveled up, like as you fight more battles here. So we can have 2 options over here. What's this? Signals intel? Well, I don't. So proceed with the main plan. Intercept a disorganized enemy forces trying to retreat. Cut them off and destroy them. Or both our forces and the enemy are trying to push an established front line. Take the objectives and defeat the enemy. Do you get different... This is open and forested. This is lakes and rural. Let's go with the open and forested. So, events, a new set of facts, raw and random, aching to be sorted out. Select the event for the next phase. An extra barrage of TAC aid is available during this phase. 2 platoons cannot be deployed. A group of allied forces will attack the enemy node at the beginning of the phase. Or helicopters more expensive to deploy. Do I just pick one? So 2 of these are good. 2 of these are bad. Do I get, like, if I choose a bad one? I don't fully understand the... Okay. I guess we'll do the allies. I don't know. So, Steel Fortress, Phase 1, Stage 1, 0 hours, D plus 0. So, I mean, we're going to be fighting at midnight? Now, these are procedurally generated battles-ish, I believe. Obviously, our units and casualties carry over fight to fight, but... So, you can see here we're paused. Here's our different zones. Here's the enemy zones. Again, kind of like Warno. We've got artillery smoke, rockets, and artillery illumination. So it does look like it's at night, by the way. Okay, so if I pick a leopard, where do they deploy on the map over here? Over here? Is it just one, or is it a whole platoon? Looks like it's just one. So some of these units already are on the map, it would look like, or at least some of them. Maybe they're allied units? We did do the allied one, but I don't know if that's the same. Alright, so actually our leopard unit is 4 tanks here. So we get 4 leopard C1s. Let's support them with an infantry group and an M113. So we have 500 points. Do a mortar unit here. So 1 infantry, 1 mortar. Do a recon helicopter. Another group of leopards. That one's only 2. So I think these green ones are not my units to command. Yeah, so these are AI units. So there's AI units on the map here, which I cannot command. But they are securing, I think, most of the left flank objectives, or at least they're in and around there. I feel like securing our right flank and going from Mike and Oscar and then swinging around might be the intelligent thing. We use the CH-136 to go take a look. We'll bring our M113 and Leopards behind this tree line over here. We're going to put our mortars in this over there. And then let's also, we will get more units here, but let's go ahead and bring in some tows. And maybe some man pads. The phase events are playing out. Alright, so our units are moving over here on the right flank. Recon chopper has spotted enemy infantry. Mechanized infantry. Are these anti-tank? Oh no, those are just, I think those are just recon. Can I do artillery illumination? It looks like it's free. I need illumination. Our helicopter's under attack. I guess the enemy saw them maybe with the illumination. Get out of there! Alright, so they're getting shot at by small arms by the looks of it. I suppose illuminating your own chopper is not... Alright, enemy units are moving over here. AI units are in position here and defending against them. M113 infantry is under attack. Can we drop the troops here? Looks like these defenders are holding their position for now. Bring that Leopard through that tree line. I don't know that I love the idea of bringing those tanks into that wood line here, but... How do you... So they're entrenching here. Are the troops still in the vehicles? Oh no, the infantry's outside the vehicles. Well, if the vehicles are tied to them, why don't you move up there? You'll have support of the tanks in this wood line here. Let's bring our helicopter back here and see if maybe the illumination looks like it's gone. They are attacking on the left here with some strength, but those troops are hopefully holding in place. Alright, M3A2s. We got some friendly Bradleys coming up too. So, telling my tanks to attack the enemy infantry here. Bringing my own infantry up underneath them while the tanks are hopefully suppressing them. Oh, ATGMs, maybe? I think we lost some of those, yeah. Depot is destroyed. Alright, meanwhile, while this is all going on, is there... We've got CF-18 rockets, right? One Leopard was destroyed over there on the right. I'm calling in... I think we had a tow unit I put in a hotel here, but I'm calling in air support, I think. Where are they? Here they come. Alright, so a CF-18 rocket attack here. Hopefully at least did some damage, it looks like. Looks like we lost the Leopards, which pushed forward into the town, which makes sense. I've got assault engineers attacking this enemy position from the rear. M118's coming in to secure the right flank. I definitely have points I can use here to call in more troops, I think. Well, 30 seconds to getting more Leopards here. I don't really know what a grizzly is. Try and bring him in. Right flank, are we taking this objective? Where are we getting shot at from behind? Get these fuckers. Did I call in those mortars? Are they on map? They are.
Zone captured.
Alright, we took Mike. Assault engineers swing up. Looks like we lost that last tank. I don't have enough points to buy much more, but I did just buy some more Leopards. Calling those CF-18s here, maybe on these T-72s in the open. Now they're getting hit by anti-aircraft fire as they're coming in. One of them got destroyed. Looks like they at least got their payloads off, but they might have been destroyed. One of them was shot down. There's a 2-minute delay to calling in more. Alright, let's order these guys to fire on them. Alright, you gotta secure the left. Grizzly Airborne has arrived. And they're dying because I sent him into the open. Hotel's being captured. Alright, the AI looks like they're cordoning off that area. The AI is doing most of the work here. Bring in the mortars. Calling in more Leopards.
Loud and clear.
So this hotel's being captured? Oh, looks like it's about to turn red, I think. I think that's being filled up. Maybe not, actually. Maybe they did get driven back.
Solid copy on all.
Let's see what the artillery illumination over there does.
Listening.
How many tanks do we have here? Is it just the one? 1 out of 2? At least they're not shooting at them.
Roger out. Heads up. Enemy contact.
There you go, firing over there, nice.
Loud and clear.
Let's bring those toes up. Get a little bit better idea of what's going on by calling in a chopper. Leopard C1's pushed up through hotel, the enemy is not there. We got a single tank there just past hotel. So we're holding hotel. We took one of the enemy objectives.
Orders.
Should have deployed my infantry. I think I didn't on that. Anyway, I think we're taking Oscar now.
What's next?
Says threat defense level 0. We got enemy units in the open here. Let's call in our air support and see what they do. We got a spotter over here with the C-113 or 136. F-18's coming in with the rockets. Nice. Alright, one of our birds got shot down again. Low air threat my ass.
Orders. Solid copy.
Zone captured.
Alright, our one infantryman took Oscar. So we've taken the 2 right flank objectives. I don't know if we'll have the strength here to push further. See if the C-113 can get a little bit closer.
Loud and clear.
Our tanks on the left flank, meanwhile, are positioned where they are helping this AI infantry move up through this wood line. Again, I'm not very good at this game, guys, so apologies for that. Hey, how about you get out of there? It looks like there's a man-ped here.
What's next?
I have no more deployment points, do I? I will say the game feels much less forgiving than WWIII. Like, WWIII, it's... I kind of feel like, anyway. You just kind of charge forward with your boys and you'll have a good deal of success. And I do not feel like that is the case here. I got 2 leopards here, 1 here. Also got this tow, which we're trying to deploy here, and we just fired in on this enemy tank. There's 2 enemy T-72s. Yeah, T-72s.
Orders.
You'd think we'd have them a little bit suppressed. Oh, we just lost a leopard. Hey, Toes, how about you actually hit something? I really need you to take those tanks out. Charging forward with my Grizzlies. Lit up. Infantry out! Alright, I got the infantry out of their vehicles right in front of the enemy. These toes are low on ammo. What are they shooting at? Like, you're not hitting anything. 85%? Is it 85% chance of a hit? Or just penetration if you do hit? We drove back the SCOA at least. Leopard. Did you get him? Can you move forward or are you pinned? Because it doesn't look like you're doing anything versus this T-72. Got it. Alright, move into there, take that objective. We do have some deployment points, but not enough to call anything in, I don't think. Maybe some supply for these tows. Left flank looks like it's holding. The Leopards we did have in front of Hotel were destroyed, but the AI units are at least gumming up the works a bit. We're going to call air in here on this huge gaggle of enemy units. It is high air defense risk, you know, so they'll probably lose the aircraft, but at this point, who cares? I don't know if there's a limit to the number of aircraft I have. There's obviously a delay. Well, there goes one getting blown up. But they did destroy some enemy units there. They got some +12s, so that hopefully delays the attack on the left flank. That's primarily how I use airs to slow the enemy down. See if we can move into the rear of Juliet now that we've taken Lima. That's the third objective of ours. Right flank strategy seems to be holding. Do we have any ammo left on these guys? Main ammo's 100%. 90% on the mortars. I kept forgetting about these guys. Enemy troops are moving forward here. Can you hit these guys in the open? Their PT-76s are probably vulnerable to at least one tow there. Did we get more ammo for this tow? No. Still waiting on that supply wagon to come up. Enemy aircraft attacking here. Left flank. I don't know if my man pads can get it. Ow! There goes our Leopard. Can we light him up but have our own troops remain hidden? Like if I do it like this? Have my troops remain outside of the illumination zone? Veterans up. Let's go with 2. You'd think my troops still out of the vehicles, or are they in? Oh, they're out. Can you hit him? Got him. All right. Mortars, hold your fire. Oh shit. Nice. Ow! Oh, we're taking Juliet, but we are under fire from enemy man pads, it looks like. They knocked out one of my APCs here in Grizzly. But we are in the process of taking Juliet. We do have... No, don't hit my last vehicle. Miss. That one missed. There's some over here, too. Maybe I can put smoke between us and them. Nice. I should have done off-map artillery rather than the... Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would have fared very well without these AI troops. But we've taken Juliet now. Did my tows get resupplied yet? It would be nice for them to just automatically reload rather than me have to tell them to reload.
1 minute remaining.
I feel like taking as many objectives as we have, it's a pretty good result. Getting hit from behind. I don't really know what to do here on this. They make a bead for the tree line. Enemy's trying to hit him in the flank. They're pushing toward Juliet. Get my armor into Juliet. Maybe it'll delay the falling. The AI's fight is cooler than my own. Okay, so what was the result of that? 45 victory points. Blue loses 27. The enemy loses 145. We lose 122 wounded. They lose 499. 5 missing, 28. 672 casualties versus 154. 24 vehicles lost versus 93. 2 helicopters lost versus 0. 3 aircraft losses versus 0. That's not just the player though, right? Like this is the AI too. So stage 1, phase 1. Okay. So phase 1 concluded, operation state saved. What's the next phase? Was it just continue the same battle, or do we... All right, we pull back out with the casualties that we took. We can restore units and expend our operational authority to do that, to call in reinforcements. It doesn't look like I can change the units engaged, so it's going to be the same units. But you can see here we can restore units 18 operational, 12 operational. So I restored, I think, most of my losses, or at least some of them. The brigade or unit itself still has the total casualties, so I think I'm just... Because I can spend more points up here to restore them, but I think we're just pushing out losses that were, you know, reserves forward, I think. Do signals intelligence, get more supplies. We didn't really use supplies all that much. Deployment phase, get more total force deployment. That might be worthwhile. Okay, so we'll do the extra deployment points. We, I guess, fight it again, or at least fight. I'm assuming based on where the map is currently. So I could abandon the current stage mission or proceed with the current stage mission. So like if we had lost too many men, I think we could withdraw. Let's go to... So we've got 2 platoons cannot deploy. Tactical air aids are not available. Or divisional artillery. Oh, okay. So you only get, as long as this operation continues, you only get each one of these cards. So you get 2 good ones, 2 bad ones, and you have to use at least 1 per phase. We used 1 of the good ones in the first phase. We could use the other good one, but then the next 2 missions in the phase would be would be bad ones. I suppose let's just see what happens here. So it's an 8-hour break between the first phase and the second phase. It's now 800 hours. So daylight is starting to creep up. I'm curious if we'll still have the same position on the map or if it'll look any different. Yeah, we still hold the same position on the map. Actually, the units are exactly where they were left off, too. Or maybe not quite exactly, because I don't think I had this tow unit here. But close. Supply unit didn't move. Can I move them between? No. So those units can't move. I can deploy new units, so I could pull more units into Hotel and push toward India, November, and Kilo. We still keep the AI units on here, which is nice. I think they're U.S. National Guard units by the looks of it. Still got our mortar unit here. So in theory now, I brought in these 2 and then these 4, so I could push with 6 leopards and then 4 vehicles full of airborne troops who push up the left flank. It's interesting because I feel like the units you have at your disposal are much smaller than in WWIII, but and the casualties you can take are way less too. Oh, so we get the artillery barrage. Nice. So we could just start off barraging the hell out of wherever they're coming. But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to do it. This is our first look at Regiments, the DLC for Regiments, which just came out, called Winds of Change. I think that's going to do it for today's video. You know, I won't claim to be an expert in this game, obviously. You were watching someone feel their way through it, so I do apologize for that, but I did want to give it a look. I did want to give it a go and see, you know, see what it was like. I think it's an interesting change of pace. There's enough that's different between this and sort of WWIII that I think it's worth taking a look at. But certainly don't watch my gameplay and think this person's an expert, because obviously I'm not. This was very much a first look video. But let me know your thoughts below, guys. I'd love to hear it. And that's going to do it for today's video. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm out.